All right, gang. Hey, today we're going to do a little Texas blues lick. This is a Texas blues lick in A. Pretty straightforward, very common, and also very cool. Let me play it for you, and then I'll do a demo. All right, well, basically, that is the lick. I'm going to demo it over a 12-bar blues. You'll find that you can use this over any of the bars, and it sounds pretty cool. And then we'll break it down after that. Hey, as always, if you like this, give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for a couple of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. All right, gang, let's go over this in some detail now. This is a 2-bar lick that's going to be good. That's going to go over the A blues, which would be an A7 chord, a D7 chord, and an E7 chord. It is movable, so we played it, and it'll work in B, it'll work in C, it'll work in G. So it's movable all over. And it uses the A minor pentatonic scale, which most of us are familiar with. All right, so I'm going to attempt to play it slowly. It's actually a lot harder than it seems slow. Once you get up to speed, it's much easier to play it fast. All right, so here we go. I'm going to try and do it slowly. Here we go. All right. So let's break that down a little bit. We're going to start out with the old Chuck Berry lick, 3rd string, 7th fret. We're going to bend that up a whole step and then play 5-5 on the first 2 strings. Right? All right, after that, we've got this sort of perpetual motion where we're bending on the 8th fret and then coming down on the 1st and 2nd on the 5th fret, like so. So the first one is on the 1st string. You bend up, it's not even really a half, it's just a little bit. Just a little bit of a bend on the 8th fret. And then we're going to play 5 on the 1st, 5 on the 2nd. All right, now we're going to do the same thing basically on the 2nd string. So far we've got... Okay, and now we're going to play this right here. And that's kind of hard to get in that. Now up to now, you're kind of bending, and now you're playing it a little bit differently. So you're playing 8 on the 2nd, 7 on the 3rd, and then 5 on the 2nd again. All right? And then we're going to end it by this. All right, so that one is, we're going to hit this on the 3rd string, and we're going to just slide it up and forth from the 7th to the 8th. And that's a good thing to learn how to do to get that facility to have that sort of quick slide, as opposed to, say, this, which is also cool. That would work too, but... it's just a different sound, all right? So we're going to slide it up to 8 and then back to 7, pull off to 5, and then play on the 4th string 7. All right, ending on this. So that's 5 on the 3rd string, 5, 7, and then 5 on the 2nd, and then back to 5. But don't just leave it on 5, you tweak it up just a little bit. Like a quarter step, and you can even play around with that if you want. You can hammer on and pull off. Now there's lots of variations that you can do with this one. Tons of variations. You don't have to start out like this. You could play You know, and you can just keep doing that over and over. Another thing that you can try and do is this. So all sorts of variations that you can put into this. One thing that you should also note is that you'll notice that I switched to playing this with my pinky when I wanted to go into that. And that's just easier for me. I find that it's easier for me to have this third finger right here before I go and do this. But you could still do it with your third finger. If you do that, then you got to use your second finger to come down on that third string. Let me show you the difference. So it'd be, I played it like this. And if you played it with your third finger to keep the, then you'd have to do, it's just a different finger. Either way, it works. Find the one that works best for you. All right, gang, well, there you go. A Texas blues lick you can use, pretty common in a Texas shuffle or a shuffle blues. Pretty cool lick. All right, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on down the road.